Hello BookTube, this is Weekly Reads. I've been continuing my Bell Redemption December reading project. Bell Redemptions are second or third or fourth or more reading attempts of books that I have previously bailed on. When I last did Weekly Reads, my stats were 1 Bell Redemption, 2 5 Bell Redemption rejections, which is when I continue to bail on a book. This week, my stats improved to 2 Bell Redemptions to 6 Bell Redemption rejections. Starting with the rejection, I rejected The Book of Form and Emptiness by Ruth Ozeki. This is a novel about a young boy or young man who in the aftermath of his father's death, begins to communicate with inanimate objects, primarily the book, which acts as the narrator of this novel. I am considerably more critical after this Bell Redemption shot than I was the first time I read it, which is similar to my response to The Five Moons by Kirsten Valdez Quaid. Coming at this book relatively so soon, it's only been a few months, I'm noticing things that are putting me off the book. Namely, sort of the narrative tone of certain scenes. I mean, the whole scene of Kenny O's death is just, really, what is that all about? I mean, there's a cruelty there, even as it's perhaps meant to be a bit humorous somehow or other. It's tacky. And that, it extends throughout what I read of the book. And again, that scene where Kenny first meets Annabelle, I think that's her name, is just... And I kind of skimmed ahead, and it just, this book just is not doing it for me. I don't know if I will hold on to it and give it another Bell Redemption shot in a few years, or if I will go ahead and unhaul it at some point in the near future. We shall see. I did have a successful Bell Redemption, though. And that successful Bell Redemption was of Ravenna, Capital of Empire, Crucible of Europe by Judith Herrin. This is a history of Ravenna in the from the early 5th to the early 9th century. During the time when Ravenna was briefly the capital of the Western Roman Empire, the capital of an Ostrogothic kingdom, the capital of the Exarchate of Italy, and its eventual incorporation into the Papal States as medieval Christendom and medieval Western Europe began to take shape. This book argues that Ravenna was a linchpin in the evolution of the Roman Empire into what would eventually become the Byzantine Empire, or what we consider the Byzantine Empire, as well as medieval Western Europe. I built on the book early in the year. Ravenna was the last of the 6 books I had selected for my name tag TBR, which were the first 6 books I was going to read in 2022 as part of my No Fiction 2022. At the time I built on it, I think I wasn't in a very good mental space at the time. And I had selected 6 works of history, which probably was too much. I probably should have had some palate cleansers in between, but I didn't. But coming back to it, I rather liked it. There are some slow bits. I read it over the weekend, and normally for a book this size that should have sufficed, but my reading went into the work week. I finished it on Wednesday. So, yeah, but I mean, I for the most part enjoyed it. There were some sloggy bits, primarily some of the focus on architecture. I found a bit of a slog. Some of the historiographical stuff, particularly related to miracles and that sort of thing, I thought maybe could have been handled a bit better. But for the most part, I really enjoyed Ravenna. And so I'm very happy, ecstatic, in fact, that I did Bill reading this. So, yay. And it gives me hope for one of my next Bill redemptions. Anyway, once I get to the books I will hopefully be getting to this coming reading week. But first, I also read a slim volume of poetry today before the lights went out. We lost power for about an hour so it's 6:49ish right now when I'm filming this, and we lost power about 5:21, and had gotten power back about 6:21. So we lost power for about an hour. So yeah, I wasn't sure I was going to be able to do this weekly reads today, but I did. So anyway, before we lost power, I read Other People by Peter Campion. This is his debut collection of poetry, and I picked it up this month as part of my book haul, and so I'll talk a bit more about it next Friday when I do my December book haul. But I really enjoyed it. I thought this was a very fine collection. There's some wonderful pieces in here. So yeah, and I'm looking forward to picking up the last collection by Peter Campion that I don't have. I've got all but one, his third collection. You can go here. So this coming reading week is going to be a bit weird. I think tomorrow I'll be going over to my brother's, so my nieces and nephews, the 4 children of the apocalypse and the new baby not the new baby, she can't really open presents yet, but the other 4 can open up their presents from me and my mom and, their Meemaw and my aunts. And so normally we would have gone over on Sunday for Christmas, but her family have been having some COVID issues, so we're kind of going to go a bit early. Anyway, so I don't know exactly how much reading time I'll get tomorrow, so I think on Saturday I will be reading 2 volumes of the 7 Deadly Sins, of which will also be on my December book haul. So I'm hoping to get to volumes 14 and volume 15. The 7 Deadly Sins is a manga series about a young woman named, a young princess named Elizabeth, whose father has been overthrown by the Holy Knights, an order of knighthood, superpowered knights who have gone on to oppress the citizens of Leonis, the kingdom for which she's a princess of. To fight against the Holy Knights, Elizabeth goes in search of the 7 Deadly Sins, a rival order of knighthood who, about 10 years previously, were accused of assassinating the captain of the Holy Knights and trying to overthrow the kingdom, which they obviously didn't do. Elizabeth finds Melodius, the former leader of the 7 Deadly Sins, and together they go and get the team back, or the order back together, in order to overthrow the Holy Knights and restore King Batra to his throne. That arc has largely been settled in the previous volumes, so these 2 volumes begin a new arc, which I'm looking forward to getting. I've been slowly working my way through the 7 Deadly Sins and loving it. So looking forward to getting to them tomorrow. Even though I was a bit leery of reading manga this month, since my January is going to be very manga filled. 63 volumes in one go. Oh, that is going to be epic. Anyway, so the next book I'm planning on reading, so I'll start this on Sunday, and then however long it takes me to finish it, will be Lakota America by Pekka Hamalainen. This is a history of the Lakota people, and I bailed on it during my name tag TBR, which I've already talked about. This was L for Lakota, L. And I think I made it a good way into the book, and I was enjoying it, but I think I just, again, the mental issues I had at the beginning of the year, I'm hoping this will be a Bill redemption, and I hope I will continue to enjoy it. We shall see. Now, depending when I finish Lakota America, I have 2 more books that I might get to, although, of course, January 1st, next Sunday, not obviously Christmas, but following Sunday, I have a date in Fiore. So, yeah, so it's whatever it's going to be, it's going to have to be a quick read. So, anyway, I'm planning on either getting, and these 2 will be Bill redemption. So, it'll either be my 3rd attempt at the Lesser Bohemian. No, my 2nd attempt at the Lesser Bohemians by Eimear McBride, which is the story of a Northern Irish drama student who comes to the UK and gets involved in it with an older actor. And I generally have bailed on this because the writing is so weird. And then I will also, or I might give it another go to Lot, which this will be my first Bill redemption shot at this. This is a short story collection set in Houston, Texas, which is largely why I was interested in the collection. And I found the stories okay, although there is one that kind of continues on through that I really don't like. But we'll see how things go when I give this a Bill redemption, depending on how things turn out. So if I end up not being able to get to them, and obviously I won't be able to get to Gardens of the Moon, I will hold them in reserve for either another Bill redemption reading project, or I might do something different next year, which I will talk about sometime next week. So so that's pretty much my reading plans for next week. So my BookTube video plans for next week, I plan on doing a number of videos. I have my 2023 reading plans to do, maybe some book buying plans to do. Of course, there will be my December book haul, which will put me at 1,300 books. I also will do weekly reads and anything else that interests me. I think I might even do another clearing my wish list, where I go to the depths of Amazon and see how much more of my Amazon wish list I can clear out. So anyway, BookTube, I'm going to go ahead and sign off for now. Thank you. Have a great rest of your evening and weekend. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas if you celebrate Christmas. And stay safe and stay warm, and I will see you again on Monday. So until then, thank you, BookTube.